Hello and welcome to Wake Up America. When the economic crisis began its onset in early 2008, Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke, along with guidance from the Bush administration and later the Obama administration, opted to plan his attack head-on. With the financial system seizing up and credit grinding to a halt, he pumped money into the economy with historically low base interest rates. 2 years hence, that decision seems to have worked, but upon closer inspection, what have we really accomplished? We already had low rates prior to the collapse, and the economy continued to falter after rates were lowered to near zero. Today, with rates still basically the lowest they've been in American history, the economy is sputtering to catch its breath and struggling to build steam for any form of recovery. As our economy begins to stabilize, many of the voices that once called for easy money are going to look to the Fed to beef up its defenses against inflation. Ben Bernanke has said many times that he would prefer runaway inflation to runaway deflation, but at our current juncture, the threat of unchecked deflation is hardly a day-to-day worry. The thing we need to be on the lookout for now is building a sound economic framework for a monetary future. Runaway deflation did harm the U.S. in the 1930s, but runaway inflation did the same thing to Germany 10 years before. Instead of preferring inflation to deflation, the Fed would be wise to adopt a policy that avoided both. In general, a small amount of monetary inflation is a good thing, but some in the Fed, the IMF, and other organizations are calling for larger inflation rates of 4% annually or more. Compared to the 1.8% we're currently witnessing, such inflation would result in massive price spikes for consumers. Making matters worse is the fact that the only reason the Fed is employing these low interest rates, and thus encouraging inflation, is because it wants banks and lenders to take money and give it to borrowers. But the banks are instead hoarding the cheap money and spending it on the same gambles they were involved in before the crash. It would be a shame if after 2 years and $2 trillion, all we did was recreate the same bubble that nearly capsized what was left of our economy. If we find ourselves in the same place a year from now that we were in December 2007, the entire economic recovery will have been for nothing. For more related news and topics, please tune in and log on every day at economyincrisis.org.
Wake up, America! Open up your eyes! Wake up, America! Wake up!